The light of courage. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the city of Medina, a new dawn had arrived. A community was built on faith, kindness, and justice, guided by the Messenger of God, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But not everyone was happy with this message of peace. From the city of Mecca, a powerful army marched, determined to extinguish this new light. The Muslims were few, and their opponents were many. Fear crept into some hearts. They gathered around Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whose presence was like a calming light. He, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, spoke not of fear, but of faith. "Do not worry," he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "for God is with those who are patient and have faith." At a place called Badr, the two armies met. The opposing army was large and proud, with gleaming armor and strong horses. The Muslims, with their simple weapons and strong belief, stood firm. They were not fighting for treasure or power, but for the freedom to believe. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam raised his hands to the sky, praying with all his heart. A wind began to stir the sands, and a sense of peace settled upon his followers. They remembered his teachings, to be brave but just, to be strong but merciful, and never to harm non-combatants or destroy trees. The battle began. It was a test of courage and faith. Every time a companion felt tired, they would look towards the radiant presence of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and find new strength. They fought with honor, protecting one another like brothers. Against all odds, the small band of Muslims was victorious. It was not just a victory of swords, but a victory of patience and faith. They treated their prisoners with kindness, sharing their food and water, just as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had taught them. Years later, a much larger army came to attack Medina. They were so numerous, they seemed to cover the entire desert. The Muslims were worried. How could they defend the city against such a massive force? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gathered everyone to hear their ideas. A wise companion from Persia named Salman suggested something new. "In my homeland, when we fear a large army, we dig a trench." It was a brilliant idea that showed the value of listening to others. Everyone, including Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, worked day and night to dig a deep trench around the city. They were hungry and tired, but they worked together, their spirits lifted by faith and unity. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam worked alongside them, his radiant presence inspiring everyone to keep going. When the enemy army arrived, they were shocked. They could not cross the trench. Their siege lasted for weeks, but the patience and faith of the people of Medina never broke. Finally, a great storm, a soldier of God, forced the enemy to retreat. Peace was defended not by a great battle, but by a clever idea, hard work, and unwavering faith. The light of truth could not be extinguished.